I am live. How about that? Nothing too fancy here. So a little bit more of what I did in the last video, week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago. I don't remember. Before we get to that, I meant to do this in another video, but I'll go ahead and throw this in at the beginning. I haven't been sitting completely idle. I have been working on other things. This is nothing, again, nothing major. These are things that I work on to keep busy, pass the time, etc. So, those of you that know, I played commands and colors here and there, and I don't know why, but for some reason I decided to try and see what I could come up with if I was to do a commands and colors card game. Now, what I came up with is something like this. You can see that. So that would be horse artillery card, and it has all the information down here that you would need to access for this unit. It's all right there. And then the three bars or blocks represent the number of blocks. Now I always typically use, I'm going to do this without screwing everything up, these guys when I use blocks these days. So the idea was, it's not strictly a card game, it's still a block game, but you don't have to fiddle with quite so many blocks, right? So when it was full strength, you would put the block there. As you take a hit, move the block down, final block at the bottom, and then units gone. That would be the idea behind that. I haven't tried it out yet. I would still need to do terrain cards. But that's some back burner stuff. Maximum of 5 blocks. I know the British Light uses 5 blocks, and the Guard Grenadiers use 5 blocks. So I still was able to fit size-wise everything on there, information, etc. And I have a lot of these to print out. I have one of each unit currently printed out for the French, British, and Portuguese, and brown. Well, that's it. So I would need, oh my goodness, at least a dozen infantry cards, et cetera, et cetera. So there's that. And then how did I put this up? There we go. And then what else? I'm still doing the rules writing thing. Most latest thing I did with that is, again, we all know how much I love Battles of Napoleon. So I don't know why. I've rewritten. I've just typed up. I already had the rules, but I typed it up again. This is all from Battles of Napoleon. I guess the idea was to change this, make it my own kind of flavor blend. So I got all the rules written, but I haven't changed anything yet. Again, I'm not exactly sure what motivated me to do this. I already have the rules as published. I simply typed them up. I don't know. I'm a mess. So again, for those of you that did not see the video that portrayed this similar battle last time, I had a nifty little fun little dice-driven drafting mechanism going on. And it was inspired from the game Sagrada. Pull a number of dice, and then you can either side draft which die you want based on the color or the number, etc. It worked out good enough. In fact, I had a blast doing it. However, there was no tie-in to any leadership values or historical reality. It was all just arbitrary, random stuff. So again, as much fun as that was, it really wasn't based in reality and didn't reflect anything realistically, game-wise or command-wise. The whole back of the house continues to shake as the neighbor's washer and dryer, I don't know, gets more and more off balance. I'm afraid the gas line in the stove's going to disconnect from them. I mean, it's bad. I told them, but the whole house vibrates. Anyway, distraction. It's ridiculous. Someday I won't live here anymore. All right, so what we've got then is this regular chit draw method, one for each. We call them unit group. I guess you could call them brigades, and then each brigade consists of individual battalions, or however you want to refer to it, squadrons for cavalry, and etc. 10 turns. Again, won't be doing all 10 turns. And I have calculated unit strength for each side, divided that in half, and divided that in half again as kind of an endpoint if we reach that. So think of that as a kind of morale thing. We've got 15 strength points for the French, and I think 12 for the, call them what you want, British, Russians, Austrians, all the above, whatever floats your boat. Then the other thing I'm going back to, and as much as I like to fiddle with stuff and change things and modify things and invent things and create things, I always eventually come back to my comfort zone, which is things that have already been created that I can use, like the rules as such in Battles of Napoleon. But also, I find myself coming back to, again and again, the command activations mechanics from Black Powder. So this go around, that's what we'll use, is the command activation from Black Powder, and I'll show you how that works as we go. Otherwise, it's still in Battles of Napoleon stuff. Go ahead and draw shit. So this would be the 2nd Artillery Unit of the French. This is the move, formation, change, wheel, or fire phase. I don't think we have anything to fire at, and I've already forgotten for 4 inches. I think we're using 4-inch increments. Is that right? Why am I asking you? Yes. So that would be 8, 12 inches would be his max. I don't think we have that. So he's going to want to move. We'll consider him already limbered since he wasn't in range of anything. And that's the other thing. All these units, their initial command activations are good to go, or commands rather, other than the Black Powder method. So we'll go by, for these artillery units, we'll go by morale, which is 6, roll 2 dice. You want to get equal or less than. Well, we got a 7, so he's not doing anything. I'll go ahead and mark him as limber. That's what that will represent. So he failed his command. Can't do a free command because he's not close enough to the enemy. Draw another shit. French again. This would be 3rd Infantry Division or Brigade. Where is 3rd? Right here. And where's 3rd up here? Is this 3rd? That would be these guys. Their leader has. Check. Brief pause. Check something. Leadership. Orders. So it would be orders 5. The first number, which is a 5. The 5 is a 9. So maybe a little bit low on the artillery there. So take that in consideration. So we'll roll for them. An 8, so they'll get 1 move. Yeah, we can just use sticks because they're 4-inchers. So we can move up 4. And yes, I know I have all these wonderful miniatures and all that Callistra terrain, but sometimes you just gotta switch it up. Eventually I'll get tired of this and switch back. But I've always been a fan of this map from Napoleon's Triumph, which is what this is. blown up way bigger than what comes with the game. But just simply pleasing to the eye, soothes the soul. This map for me. What's next? Mark them as column. How do you do that? Aren't they already in column? Now they are. That's my method for being in column. I don't actually spread them out in line. I kind of keep them compact like that. Okay. Then we go first cavalry, which is here. And they have, their commander has a 3, which is 7. So we need 7 or less on that. They do have, yes, they do. 6, 7, 8. So no go there. 3 is a 7, rolled an 8. Awesome. So they're done. Keep going. Third infantry, which is actually the guard infantry here, and they have, technically said they should be in reserve, so maybe I should respect that. So we'll leave them there. And first infantry here has a defense order, so I don't know what the hell they're going to be doing because they have nothing to fire at, so they'll be sitting. Can't move forward with a defense order. Try and change the order, but they want to have a defense order. And commander in chief can move, but he's good where he's at. Keep going. Second infantry, French. What do they have? Where are they? What's going on? They have an attack order, so that's these guys. Wow, all 4 of these guys. And their command value is second infantry 3, so that's also a 7. 6, 7, so that'll give them 1 move. Got these little tile ground markers for their starting point, so I don't have to measure again where they go to restart. But I'm thinking if I do this again, I'll do something different, such as rolling to not start with everybody on the map first of all, and then roll to see if and when you enter the map and where. Again, when you're playing by yourself, a certain modicum of unpredictability is appreciated. So there's that. We'll go with this first artillery unit here. Probably now might have something to fire at since the French did them a favor, and they do. Let's fire there. That'll be mid-range. Let's get some fire going here. Fire. Drop down is artillery ammunition is finite, so we'll drop him from a 5 to a 4. Now this, not very good. He rolled a 4. We're going to add a 3 to that. Makes 7, 8, 9, 10. Target and column, so that's 11, 12. We did get it. And what did we get for a 12? I have that written down somewhere. It's on these guys. That. I lied. I did tweak the fire combat results a bit in these rolls, so I need those. I want it done with them. Maybe it's at the end here. There we go. No, yeah, yeah. What the hell? I guess I can just do it like this. So that would be 11, 12. 12 is what I said, right? 12, 13, 20, yeah. So that would be 12. That's a -4 morale test. I was doing this random, so the combat results, there's 6 possibilities, and I was rolling a 1d6 to determine the result. I've done something a little bit better. The higher the number, the better the result. So let's mark this. All right, so morale test. Sorry, it's going to flow better here in a second. That is 2nd Infantry line. Yes. It's a morale of 4. So we roll this guy. 7, 19, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Subtract 4 from that. He's good to go. Okay, so nothing there. French again, 1st Infantry, which should be these guys over here. They should have, yes, they have a maneuver order so they can move more than 1. Up to 8 inches. So when we get that, we need this. Their command value is 3, so that's going to be 7 or less. I failed it, so they're stuck there. It's always fun. 4 battalions just sitting there, rotting. First Artillery, French. The other one didn't have anything. I'm assuming this guy won't either. You stay up. I take that back. He's got a long-range fire counter battery here. So let's go ahead and try that. Big roll. I need it. 6, maybe. Maybe not. Plus 1. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He just got it, and 11's only going to be a -2 morale check, but we'll still do it. Let's see, so morale, basic morale value of 2nd Artillery unit is 7, 8, 9, 10. 17. Yeah, he's fine. Whatever. Drop his ammo from a 5 to a 4. And move along. Moving right along. Moving right along. Second infantry. We'll call them the Russians. How about that? Oh, yeah. They do have an attack order, so that should be okay. These guys. So let's roll for them to move them up. Their commander has a value of 2, which is not very good. So I'll need a 6 or less on 2 dice 6. Roll a 12. Here's fun times. Here's part of why I like this black powder method. You roll 12 on your command attempt. That's a blunder. So what did they end up doing? Now we gotta find the blunder table. Blunders. Let's roll 1 dice 6. Roll 4. Move to the right. The unit will attempt to move to a position to its own right, making 1 move into its own right quarter. So we'll go 4 inches to the right. It's not what we wanted to do, but it actually might work out because it may cause them to. It seems like both sides have a bit of a gap in the center here. I don't know why that is, but I guess what I'm trying to say is that will help them address that. No, not necessarily. Still a bit of a weird gap here. Whatever. Could have been worse. With these blunders, you never know what you're going to get, which is what makes them fun. All right, so there's that. French commander-in-chief, he should be good to go, and let's put him here, actually. A little more up there. There we go. Russian 2nd Cavalry, which is that guy, that long unit right there. He has a maneuver order. His commander has a command value of 3, which means 7 or less on that guy. 4, 5, 6. He can move 1. Nobody got any double moves. So let's move him 1. Right here. This guy here. Done. Fourth Infantry, Russian. That's the, no, that's these guys here. These 2? That's it? These 3. What do they have? An attack order. Really? Okay, well, let's see if they can move up. So those guys there, alright. Their commander has a command value of 3 as well, which is 7 or less. Rolled an 8, so they're staying right there. Kind of harsh on the command activations this go around. 2nd Artillery. I know we got it because he was fired at before, so we can fire it back, right? Let's do so. Long range with just a +1. We get a big roll, something might happen, but probably nothing will happen. Big roll, 9 or 10. Yep, there's a 10, so we should have something here, but I gotta add it up. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. What are we doing? Remove a stand. So that means we'll remove 1 block. Got him pretty good. And away goes one of the 15 French morale points. down to 14. I think there's one shit left. French. First calf. Those guys there. No, those guys in the back. They do have a maneuver order, so they can move up to 8 inches if they're able. Put that there. The length of that stick. Commander has a command rating of 4, which means 8 or less. We got a 9. Can you believe this? Junk. Some modifiers might be in order. In fact, I haven't been checking them. I forgot all about that. Jesus. Yeah. Limbered artillery and infantry and column should be getting a +1 modifier and a +2 if they're on a road. Okay. Wouldn't help me in that case, but gather all our shits. Gather ye red shits while ye may, for old times of flying. And these same shits that are drawn today, tomorrow will be dying. Alright, there's those. Got everybody? Are you happy? Did I deduct? No, I did not. The fire for that second artillery unit for the Russians. Okay. Alright, phase 2 really is a melee cavalry charge deal. We've got nobody that can do melee, nobody that can charge cavalry. So we'll just have to skip the second segment. There's nothing we can do. Change formation or wheel. Anybody want to change formation? No. Don't think so. Nobody's within range to fire, so there's no point in going the line yet. So let's start over. Turn 2. Also should point out, just like the last game, victory point objectives. French go first. This will be 1st Infantry. They have a maneuver order. Don't know. That's these guys, right? They couldn't move last time. Let's see if they can make up for lost time now. And they have a commander with a command value of 3, which means 7 or less. We're going to get that modifier because they're in column. So let's make this 8 or less. 6, 7, 8, 9. Doesn't matter. Roll 9. So they're stuck there still, which is awesome. 4 battalions wasted. First artillery, French, which is this guy again. He got whittled down a bit last turn. Fired back. I don't know why I even measure that. He's got that all day. Drop from a 4 to a 3. I wonder if he should change formation. No, he wants to move up. Okay. What's 5? A 2? There's nothing. There's nothing. 2. We had a 1 to that is a 3. 4, 5. Yeah, that's nothing. So there's a waste. First Cavalry E. And they failed their command activation last turn as well. Even with a commander with a 4, which is 8 or less. Not this time. 5, 6, 7. One move. Starting no move. Okay. Sweet map and large battle, indeed, yes. Welcome, sir. How you been? Wardrobe plays lots of things. He doesn't just play World War II. French Commander-in-Chief. That's a misnomer. Go ahead and move him. Let's put him right here. Sitting in Terzikovitz. The city of Terzikovitz. 2. 2nd Infantry, Russian, is, they have an attack order, so that should be these two here, who blundered last turn. Their commander has command value of 2, that's why they blundered. 6 or less, make that 7 or less because they're in column moving. 5, 6, 7 or less. Alright, so we'll move up 1 for each of these guys. Drop him back, and then this guy, of course. Done. Fourth Infantry. Russian. With these 3, attack order, they can move 1 if they pass their command check. 7 or less makes that 8 or less. Well, to 12. So we have another blunder. The unit next one blundered. Now these guys blundered. It's because of the snow. They can't see where they're going. That's their excuse. 5. Move forward. Well, that's what I want to do anyway. Big whoop. They blundered forward and actually followed the order they blundered. It's forward, yeah, so 1 move there. 1 move there. Is this legal, what I'm doing? Because I think I'm closer than, no, yeah, we're good. We do have kind of zones of control-esque stuff going on, so we need to pay attention to that. And here, drop that back to show they're in the column and not line. If that was squished up again, like it was, it would be line. So they blundered forward. Good for them. French, 2nd Infantry, with an attack order. Those guys, 1, 2, 3, 4. Commander 3, so 7 or less. Make that 8 or less because they're in column. Roll to 3, so they could do a double move if they had a maneuver order, but they just have an attack order, so it's only 4 inches. In fact, yeah, we can do this. Let's start over here. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . do have to consider the Russian cavalry here that can swing around that way. I guess that was always a threat. This guy here. Mind the gap. There's that. Let's go with this guy here. So definitely within firing range. One more move and they'll be able to conduct melee. Now, I've talked about this before. There's a game, go check it out. It's ILO 1807 that's coming out. It's on Kickstarter or just finished. The rules are available for you to read, which I have done. A number of things that the guy has done that I appreciate. Army fatigue points is one. The other thing he talks about is how little actual hand-to-hand fighting took place. I think this stuff is overrepresented in games. So I appreciate that point of view, that perspective taken and incorporated into the game. You know what? I can't move that close. What did I just say? What did I just say? Why can't I move? Because there's the zone of control thing. No, they have attack order. So they're good. If it was a maneuver order, they wouldn't be able to do that. So I digress. All right. Doesn't matter anymore. So next, Russian the third. Infantry. Here, that's our guards, right? These two here who are in reserve won't come out of reserve until somebody comes within a certain proximity or fires at them. We have the Russians again. First Cavalry, which is these guys. I think they failed their order. They have them in, no, it's an attack order. Okay. Their command value 3, so that's going to be 7 or less. Roll to 3, so they've got that all day long. We'll start maneuvering them towards this open. Well, it shouldn't be an open flank because we've got French 1st Infantry has failed twice to activate, I think, if memory serves, at least once. Otherwise, that wouldn't be exposed like that. And I've kind of willfully ignored it, which may not be the best approach. Okay, there's that. Russian Commander-in-Chief can move if he so desires. I think I'll move him to the Ster Benhradi right here. It's a big hill, suffice to say. He's on the center of the hill now. Terrain, I'm only adhering to terrain very, very loosely. Basically, the cavalry just rolled right over 3 rivers. Maybe in the future I'll pay more attention. If there's anything major stands out, I'll take it into consideration. But 1st Infantry Russian, which is these guys, and this could be bad for the French. Let's see if it is. Don't need to roll command to fire, just fire. So drop his ammo from a 4 to a 3. He'll get a +5 because of the range, it's close range. And you got a great roll. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 at least. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That's off the chart, literally. So and this is where it's cool because I fixed this. Again, the combat results used to be random. There's 6 possible results. I know I'm repeating myself, bear with me. And there was a distinct possibility that in the old days, such a great hit like that would have just been a morale check, but that's BS. The numerical value of your attack should coincide better with the combat result. So that's what I fixed. And we've got a remove stand. We also have disorder and retreat. So there's another morale point gone from the French that drops them from a 15 to a 13 now. They use these shaken markers from old school tactical to represent disorder, just because they look aesthetically pleasing to the eye. Nice yellow, you can't mistake it for anything other than what it is. They'll maintain facing. They don't have to retreat with their backs to the enemy on a disorder retreat, but if you rout, that's a different story. So there they go. Nice job, Russians, who have yet to take any casualties. Stinkers. Rusty stinkers. Second French artillery. Do we have something to fire at now, or do we need to move again? Second French artillery would be these guys here, and we do because these guys moved up, right? Just out of mid-range, so it's still going to be long range. Second, we'll drop his ammo from a 5 to a 4. And it's only going to be a +1 because it is long range, so it really all comes down to your die roll here. We've got a 2. I'm not even adding that up. That's not going to be enough. No point even doing the math. Nothing doing there. Where is, start using this guy, a little pointer stick. We might have a cavalry charge here in a minute. I'm not sure yet. First infantry, Russian. Where are you? First infantry. So that's these two here. Just these two guys. That's it. Okay. I'm not complaining. I need my little pointers. I got some little pointers. Literally little pointers. There. That is first. Do they have any extra fire value for being the first? They do. A whopping +2, which is pretty good for some Russian line infantry. Not bad at all. But they rolled a horrible 2, so I don't think that'll be enough to do it. They are in line, so 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we just missed it. Need 11 or higher, folks. 11 or higher. So we get 3 or better. This is the same deal. We did, so that makes it 11 as a -2 morale check. Same modifiers, etc. So let's check morale on him. That is second infantry. Second infantry, morale of 4. No attached commander. 4. It's 9. 10, 11, 12, 13. Goes back down to 11 because of the -2. Did they have a maneuver order? No, they did not. So they passed their morale check. So that's done. If they had a maneuver order, it would have been they would have become disordered. But they have an attack order. Maneuver order allows you to move farthest of all the orders. Attack order, you can move 1. But again, with a maneuver order, you cannot move within a certain proximity of the enemy. Third infantry, French. That's these 4 guys here. Now, we do have. That's close enough. I'm going to call within range to fire. In fact, no, he's just a hair or 2 floors. So I'm going to have to roll, and what I will do is really just rolling for those 2 guys. And this may be against the rules, but that's what I'm doing. This is 3rd Infantry, who has a commander with a command value of 5, and that means 9 or less. Make that 10 or less because they're in columns, so they've got that. What I really only want to do is maneuver this guy just enough to fire. So that would be wheel. I can't do formation change, but I can wheel. And then these guys, same deal. I kind of said the hell with the guard. And they'll still be in column formation, but now we have proper facing. These two guys can in fact fire. Let's start with him. This is French 3rd Infantry. Any modifiers for them? No, 0. So it's all about the die roll here. 10, perfect. Best result you can get. So it's 10. I'm only going to have 2 as far as the way that they're in column formation, so it's only going to be 2 instead of 4 if they were in line. So I'm trying to say 2. So it's 10, 11, 12. They're in column. So 14. What's 14? That's the first Russian casualty there. So their morale's gone from 12 to 11. Awesome. And then this guy here, an 8. I'll take it. 9, 10, 11, 12. Is a -4 morale check for that guy. He rolled a 1. Wow. He's disordered. That's what that means. You roll a 1, it's a lost cause. So there's that. All right. Not the end of the world, disorder, but it creates headaches. Disorder gives good headache. 2, 2nd Cavalry. Is that our little lone cavalry unit up here? Or why does this keep getting bumped and moving around? Yeah, that's this guy here. Who still has a maneuver order, but I don't think he would be able to move with a maneuver order other than to about there. So this commander has a command value of 3, which means 7 or less. And what is that? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he failed. He's not moving at all. Finally, 2nd Artillery here, and yes, I was going to say, are they within their firing arc? And yes, they are. So let's roll that up. Is that a flank? Is that a flank shot? Oh my god. I'm calling that a flank shot too. Well, it's a moot point because you rolled a 1. So there's that. All right. This is turn 2, 2nd segment. Cavalry charge, melee. There's no melee going on other than cavalry charge wise. We've got a unit here that I will argue, that's just too far. That I will argue can charge. So I don't remember what that was, a 4 or 3. I lost the ammo marker. Let's make that a 4. Be more careful, sir. Yes, sir. So where are we going here? And it's the old put them in square and then blow them up with the artillery here while they're in square. What these guys will try and do is form square. That's a basic morale check. I think they got it. They rolled a 9. Morale value for 2nd Infantry is 4. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Does not have a maneuver order. Yes, he does. Oh, he does. Oh, he does. 17. Drops to 15 because of the distance traveled. Cavalry traveled to conduct a charge, so he does form square. That's fine. That still works to the Russians' advantage. We'll mark him with a square marker. I typically just use something from Commands and Colors here to represent square. And he was in column. I guess it doesn't matter. Well, now he's in square. Okay. So that was that. Now it's just a regular melee attack. Failed charge is just regular melee. And we verify that, so it's not over yet. Otherwise, we would have had I think it's a +10 modifier for a successful charge. Actually, he is disordered after this melee attack, the cavalryman. So yes, regular melee rolls an 8. Not bad, not bad. There's still hope. Melee. What's his melee value? How about that? That is first cav. +2. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So he doesn't get it because they're in square, so nothing doing there. And the way this is oddly, this is not simultaneous, so they wouldn't just sit there. I'm going to roll the French battle back, if you want to call it that. They rolled a horrible roll, especially for being square. I don't think it's going to amount to anything really. That is, again, 2nd Infantry. So no melee modifier, so they pretty much suck. Roll a 2. 3. Yeah, they've got nothing. So the only thing that happened there is we forced that French unit to form square. That is the end of turn 2. That's all that happened there. I'll put these shits in there and I'll check any comments that may or may not have been made. I will comment on the comments that have not been made. There we go. There. Is that good? Everybody happy? About to start turn 3. We have. It is the Napoleon's Triumph map in pieces, yes. That would be cool to try with a Gettysburg version, or any number of versions. And this is a Napoleon's Triumph map blown up probably 2.5, 3 times its normal size. And I also have, I have 2 sets of Napoleon's Triumph, so I have all kinds of blocks, and no shortage of blocks and flags. There's that. All right. Turn 3. This will be the last turn of the evening. Shaking the cup so hard the camera's shaking. Because French 2nd Infantry will go first. They have an attack order, which means if they need to move, they can only move 1. That is these guys. Do not need to move. This is move and fire, so no melee will be taking place. This guy will lose disorder. How do you shed disorder? You simply do nothing. So whereas he would have tried to move or something like that, you simply do nothing and shed disorder. That leaves these 2 here. Actually, well, there's that age-old decision. Do I waste time changing formation to get into line to prep for next turn, or do I just fire while in column formation? I mean, or do I move? I'm switching to line. Sorry, not much fun to watch, but That's what needs to happen. That's what I did. So they switched to line. I'm actually call that a. I suppose that's a move technically, right? So I should go for it. Let's see if they can actually do that. Plus, they're trying to change formation pretty close to the enemy, so I'll go and go for that. That is second. 7 or less, and we can do that. We cannot do that. So they stay in column. That's why we do this. Next. We'll just sit there and get fired at, I guess. First, French artillery. This guy here, he should still have and does. I'll take that shot. Got an 8. Maybe something can come of that. 8 plus 1. Drop from a 3 to a 2. Ammo-wise. So that's 8 and 9. 10, 11. 12. That's a -4 morale check. It's morale checks never amount to much. Oh! He's disordered. Now that I said that. Rule of 1, I mean, it's the lowest you can roll. There's no point tallying that up. What else? 3rd Infantry. French 3rd Infantry. Same deal. These guys are in column. I mean, here's what I'll do. I'll fire with him in column. I'll fire with him in column. The rest of them, or the other 2 are switching to line. Again, I need to roll for that, I guess. That's 3rd Infantry. With a commander's value of 5 means 9 or less. Surely I can not do that. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. But they were in column, so as far as a move, that would be a 10 or less. 5, 9, yeah, they got it. All right, let's fire with this guy first. Flank shot on those disordered Russian infantry guys. Roll a 10, awesome. This is going to be good. This should be off the chart. So 10, 3rd Infantry, no fire value. Column is 11, 12. That's going to be 13, 14. So we remove a stand, yes. That's what happens to him. He removes a stand. And Russians now down to 10 from 12, morale-wise. And then these guys will fire at the same unit. Let's roll that up. Roll a 9, awesome. So that should be 1 less, which is 13. That's a disorder. They're already disordered. Now they are routing. We'll use the broken marker. The flip side of that, which is broken. When you route, I think it's 2 moves. 2 moves away. Your back's to the enemy. You're a complete mess. You don't know whether you're coming or going. Such is the route. To represent that. And there's that. Okay, I'll take it. Those guys run away. 2nd Artillery, and this is the last turn, and then I'm done for the night, as mentioned. Russian, 2nd Russian Artillery, which is not that. It's these guys. They will do nothing to shed that disorder marker. So they're done. And then Russian 2nd Infantry with an attack order, which is these 2 guys here. Attack order. Do you want to push even more forward? Do we want to? At least. don't know. I'm gonna get my flank exposed to the artillery. Let's do formation change and wheel. And here's what we're gonna do. We're staying here. We still gotta roll it though, right? Fine. Second infantry. Oh great. Commander's got a body of 2. 6 or less. And column 7 or less. Yeah, they get it. Formation change to line and wheel. Line now from column to line, wheel. Let's just do that. That's more of a defensive posture. So, third infantry Russian with an attack order. That's our guard grenadiers, but they haven't been activated yet. So there they sit. Commander-in-Chief French, feeling a little too close to the enemy. He's going to pull back to there. First artillery Russian, which is going to be this fun stuff. Ready? We did this last turn. Except they weren't in square last turn. Now watch this. You want to see something really cool? Grab the kids and have them gather around the computer screen. Give me a decent roll here. 4. We're going to add 5 to that, so now we're at 9. 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16. Why? Because they're in square. That's what I told you. You see what happens, kids? So they're going to lose a stand. They remain in square. They are also disordered. What's that? There you go. Works like a charm. Russian 1st Cavalry. I need to bring these guys up closer, so I will go ahead and roll command for that. That's a 3, so 7 or less. Rolled a 5. They have an attack order, so they'll be moving 1. I'm right here, ominously closer to the enemy. Actually, I feel like that's a better move. There we go. So the Russian left flank screened quite effectively with the cavalry here. That's heavy cavalry and then light cavalry. French 1st Cavalry. The maneuver order. 4 means 8 or less. 6, 7, 1 move. I'll take it. Inching up the battlefield, but inching nonetheless. So right here. Here. There we go. This is 1st segment of turn 3, almost done here. 2nd Cavalry, which is that long cavalry here, with a orders value of 3, so 7 or less to him. 8 fails. 4th Infantry Russian with an attack order. It's these 2 guys. It's these 2 guys. What do I do with him? I'm going to try to bring him up, so let's go for that. 4 is 3. This commander has a body of 3, so that means 7 or less. 6, 7 it is. Let's just put him formation change. That's 4, right? And then this guy, put him right here. But he's still in column. So there's that. Yeah, we can do that. Okay. Go there. Russian commander-in-chief, probably good where he's at on top of the hill. French 2nd Artillery Unit. Where you at, bud? He is limbered. If I've been firing with him, God's sakes. But I have. I shouldn't have been. I will unlimber him. That'll be his move, and that's a move. So, but I feel like let's give him an 8 or less on that. See what he does. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, he cannot unlimber because he failed his damn work. 2 more. All right, stay limbered. 2 more shits. 1st Infantry, French, who have yet to activate this entire game. Orders value 3 means 7 or less, 8 or less. Got it this time. 6. And that's 2 moves. They have a move order. So yes, they're gonna book it up the battlefield. 2 moves. Let's go right here. Right here, so we can plug this gap. Right here. And right here. There, done. Okay. Last chit, first segment. 1st Infantry, Russian. That's these 2 here. They don't need to move. They're in line, so they're just going to fire now. I don't need to roll for that. Wow, we got a 9. Okay, fair enough. 9. 1st Infantry. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 16, 17, that's off the chart. So, remove a stand, drops their morale by 1 again. Retreat once. And disorder. Okay, all right. Here. 10, same deal. Better roll the same result. Lose another damn stand. Boy, the French have really taken. That's 5 casualties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, that's a third of their force has been decimated now. Over 2.5 turns. Come back. And just look at him. So that's not good at all. What's left? That's it. It's turn 2nd segment. tell you what needs to happen here. Second segment of turn 3. Melee, here's what's going to happen. We're both going to do nothing and lose disorder. Sounds weird, but that's what we're doing. I don't have a cavalry charge there because it's not a straight shot. You can't do a U-turn and charge. I might have one here though, and I do. In fact, no, that's just a little too far. Here I do though. What about here? That's too far. Okay, so the only thing I have going is charge here. Let's go ahead and resolve that. Oh, I need to be sure and check command range at the end of this because I'm sure there's some dudes that are going to be out of command. He'll roll to form square. That's a simple morale check. Roll 3. That's not too good. Not too good. Where's my chart? Morale check. That could be something. 3. What's his morale value? That is first infantry. Morale value 4. So now we're at 7. 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh Lord, he has a maneuver order. Now we're down to 5. Yeah, he didn't form square. He couldn't do it. So, resolve the attack. Light cavalry is +2. We go to 4, so that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, it's 9. It's like 19 because it's +10 if it's a successful cavalry charge, right? Yep. So that's off the chart as well. These guys are going to lose a stand. That's just how it goes. And another army morale strength point. So I don't know what happened here, but the French aren't doing too hot. Not doing too hot at all. Let's put him here. And here. Yeah, I said he was disordered, right? There. Okay. Is he still disordered after the charge, even though it wasn't against a square? No, he's not. Alright, that's the end of turn 3. Is it not? It is. Nothing else we can do. So to recap, we have first infantry took forever to activate, finally activated on turn 3, moved up, double move. French have been taking hits all over here. I've lost 6 morale points to the Russians 2. That means 4, 7, 8, 9, 10 morale points left for the Russian army, and 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 for the French army. And it started out 15 for the French and 12 for the Russians. Oh, we got a rally phase yet, and these guys are routed, so I need to roll morale checks to try and rally them. Forgot about that. 4. I don't think they're going to get it. And if you route off map, I think it's done. So 4, raw value of. What is that? Unit 4. Raw value 5 means 9. 10, 11, 12. No, he didn't make it. He didn't make it. So he will continue his route. And I think is it one move or two? I think it's one. The initial move is two. One, yeah, one. So we're going to route get another 4 inches here. And they failed, so that's how it goes. I need to check. What did I say I was going to do? Check to see if they're in command. Now, he's definitely out of command. I've got these guys to represent that, so he's out of command. These guys are in command. Why I haven't been moving him? There's no reason I would not moved him, so I'm going to call it him in command. Who is this? 2-2. Good to go there. I guess everybody's doing a good job staying in command. Yeah. Command chain. If you're linked to a unit that's in command, you're also in command, so everybody's good. Not a lot to worry about there. It's this poor bastard down here. And I guess that's it. The new combat results method makes way more sense than my roll a d6, because if you have, like, say, you need 11 or better, and if you have 16, you roll 1d6 and you get a random result of morale check. That's just ridiculous. That should be as the way I have it now, which is if you have a 16 or higher, you're off the chart and you get good results. So that works out fine. I think that's it. Last words. Ruben, what's up, buddy? Oh yeah, it's the social distortion dude. And very interesting. I must try. Thanks. You're welcome. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. We'll talk again soon. Don't know what I'll have. Don't know if it will be this or something else. Stay tuned. All right. Enjoy your what is it? Labor Day weekend, Memorial Day. I don't even know. Enjoy your holiday.